The UFC rankings are out, and we have a special treat for you later in the show. A little teaser. We are going to unveil 16 through 20 in the pound-for-pound rankings because it has something to do with the fights this weekend. I'm Matt Parrino.
I'm Forrest Griffin, and how are we doing the 16 through 20?
Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it later.
Science.
So this weekend, Fight Night Hidalgo. It was a great one. Co-main event, main event, 2 knockouts. It was awesome. We're going to start with Michael Johnson. Rises in the rankings to number 6. Takes out Dustin Poirier by knockout. Those hands looked, wow, pretty fast. I mean, is this the best MJ that we've ever seen in the octagon?
Yeah, for that shorter period of time, sure. He came out, he looked good. He looked a little leaner than he usually does. He's been taking his camp seriously. He'd lost his last 2 fights, so he was very motivated. Brian Stan said he was very motivated, and if Brian Stan says it, you know it's like the truth.
Mm-hmm. And for Johnson, he was on fire on the mic after the fight. He wants to be champion, calling out Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz, flashing the money sign. Did you like that? And where does he fit in here in the, the upper echelon?
He fits in right where he belongs at number, let's say, 6, and he's lucky to get there. The only reason why he's there is a beautiful win against Poirier. He had lost his last 2 fights. Granted, the loss to Barnouche, what, Darnell? Yeah,
Barnouche?
Yeah.
Close enough. Benil Dariush. See, what Forrest does is he joins the names together.
Very close fight. However, he did get beat up by Nate pretty well, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, let's slow. The money fights come later.
Mm-hmm. Let's move on.
Let's move right on.
Derek Brunson moves up to number 8 on the heels of an awesome, powerful knockout over Uriah Hall, who dips down to number 10. A little bit of controversy in this one. Hall ate a big left hand on the ground, took a few shots, but should it have been stopped?
Absolutely. You can either stop him too quick or too slowly. If you stop a fight too late, the guy's going to get hurt. Somebody's going to get hurt. Their chin's not going to be as good. What happens? Uriah Hall, the fight was stopped maybe a little too quick. He goes into his next camp confident, saying, that was nonsense, I was fine. He goes in with a very positive mindset. If you just get beat down, your mindset's crushed after that, and it's just a lot safer to stop him quickly. Let's go ahead and relax, and let's also remember, he grabbed what's the name of the ref? With the Herb Dean's leg, and he should have, I could see that. You're not really looking, you grab the first thing you see, but he should have realized quicker than he did, oh, there's pants on this leg. This is not the right leg I'm grabbing. He didn't realize right away. He got up. By the time he got up, yeah, he was fine. That's the sport. That's the way fights should be stopped. Great job, Herb Dean.
Mm-hmm. Forrest Griffin knows when a man's pants are still on. We're moving right along here.
You don't know when you grab a leg and there's the pants on there, you're like, hey, this ain't right. So
Derek Brunson, though.
Derek Brunson, All-American male cheerleader. That's a fact. You looked that one up. It's a fact. The reason I bring this up is it might be time to start learning Derek Brunson's name and what he's about, because he's won his last 4 fights in the first round, correct?
Mm-hmm. Knockouts.
He stopped. Granted, his level of competition has not been super high, but he's been blowing through these people. And I don't mean to insult the people he's beat. I just mean he hasn't beaten anybody in the top 10 until now. Bad dude, keep an eye on him. I told you so. Give me about a year.
Next up, we are moving right along here. Fight Night Brasilia. This weekend, Cris Cyborg is in action. Been waiting for this one for a while. We have a special little tidbit for you guys this week. We're going to take you through 16 through 20 in the pound-for-pound rankings. Give you kind of an extra little nugget to debate because Cris Cyborg, she's a part of those rankings. At 15, we have Frankie Edgar, which you know. After that, we're going to number 16, Chris Weidman. Number 17, Khabib Nurmagomedov. Number 18, the women's bantamweight champion, Amanda Nunes. Number 19, Cain Velasquez. And number 20, Cris Cyborg. Shouldn't Cris Cyborg be a little higher, or do you want to see a little bit more action in the UFC?
No, her level of competition up until this point has been quite low, and it's a thin weight class. It's not her fault. There's just not a lot of competitive female fighters at 145.
So Cyborg fights Lena Landsberg this Saturday night. Don't know a lot about her. 6-1 professionally with 4 knockouts.
We've overlooked her.
Does she have a chance against Cyborg? Does anybody have a chance against Cyborg? Maybe that's a better question.
At that weight class, I don't think so, no.
Before we get out of here, I want to send a quick shout out to our producer who's at home, just had a baby, Lisa Foyles, star of the UFC Minute. Congratulations to her and her husband, but she's also going to edit this show for us this week because she's an absolute beast. So we appreciate that. Send us out of here. Actually, wait.
How long was that labor? It was
Before we
was it
send
like a
you out of
minute?
here,
Yes.
we got a new thing we're gonna have you do
Yeah.
this week.
Okay.
What we're gonna have you do is we're gonna have you read some of the comments on YouTube and see, just see what you think.
Forrest just thinks he's hilarious. I don't think I've even cracked a quarter smile watching the Rankins report. That really just hurts my feelings. You. What the is Forrest Griffin's hair about? If I know, bro. Seriously, somebody help me. Forrest Griffin's ears could beat Misha Tate 1 out of 10 times.
In his opinion.
I mean, I don't know what the rankings are running. I give it a fight. Why does Forrest Griffin always look like he hasn't showered in days? I haven't showered in days. Forrest Griffin, are you drunk when you do the show, and why do you chew so much gum? Yes, I am drunk, and I chew the gum to hide all the alcohol in my breath. Fact.
As always, go to UFC.com for the complete rankings.
Or don't. Don't go anywhere. Don't do anything. I'm not the boss of you. Do whatever you want to do, man. Just eat some more mashed potatoes and gravy. I don't give a f.